So, subtle disclaimer, this video was actually recorded the night before Thanksgiving, so that was the night that I went to the hospital. So if you see references in this video that references Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving dinner or whatever, yeah, I just haven't had the time to upload the video. But sit back and enjoy because it's some tasty looking, delicious food now. Hey, so welcome back to the channel. I got something really cool and exciting for you, but first I have one thing to do. Much better. So what we're going to be making today is some cauliflower mac and cheese. Now it gets around the holidays and you're always, hungry for the sides. You can eat the meats, you can eat the grilled meats and stuff like that, but you can't always get the good sides that you miss. Like for me personally, I love mac and cheese. So I came up with a little solution for you. So the only ingredients you're really going to need is like cauliflower, probably 2 heads is fair. I like getting the orange cauliflower because it gives you that color as well as the taste of the food that you really like. I got several different cheeses that I like to choose from, and then I also like to use sour cream and almond milk. All of these are keto friendly foods as well as low carb. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to salt a pan here with water in it so it gets warm, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut this up here and we're going to steam up the cauliflower first, so it's a lot more easy to cook with. So while that water is steaming up, we're going to cut up the cauliflower. And what you're going to do with this cauliflower is you're just going to kind of cut it in different places, kind of random, and let it do its own cauliflowery thing. Now this is going to look messy, but it'll end up working out. And all I'm doing is just tossing that into there so it gets nice and soft, because cauliflower naturally has a harder texture. As I'm cutting up this cauliflower, I kind of like to get rid of the stalk, I guess, part. It's not really like that nutritional. You don't get a lot from it, so I kind of toss that to the side. I'm mainly looking for the floret or the head of the cauliflower. So just like pasta, what we're gonna do. Alright, so just like pasta, you just strain out the water, and then you have the pan that you use to cook the cauliflower in. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna leave this off to the side here, and then you're gonna add your almond milk to the pan you just used. And you gotta be careful, it's a little steamy. So I'm pretty sure I added in about 10 to 12 ounces of milk here, and I may have to add another 4 or so to get it to the right consistency that I want. But I don't want to go over the top and then have to retract. So it's better less than more. Less is more. That's right. So while that's cooking, I am going to. I don't really love how thick this is, but I love how soft it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, there it is, use my little miniature food processor here. And I'm going to chop this up before I put it into the milk. So what I'm doing here is kind of getting the pieces of the cauliflower into smaller, kind of more bite-sized pieces. You don't want to get it over to the size of bigger than a dime. But you don't want to get it too small that it becomes like a rice. So about right there is where you want it. Perfect. About the size, about half the edge of your finger. So it's exciting. It's the best part of making mac and cheese. It's not the mac that matters, it's the cheese. So we're gonna add sharp cheddar first, and then we'll see how it's tasting. And then I like to add the mild cheddar second, because that kind of like tells you how mild you want it. You never know how sharp you want it, so I always go sharp first. And so as I add it in, I just kind of stir it around till I get the consistency that I want. And right now it smells so good. So next up, we're gonna add a little sour cream, maybe like a tablespoon or 2, just to give it some creaminess that it's maybe missing, so it doesn't bake inside the pan. So another good thing about doing the sour cream is if you do keto, you want high fat food, so like the sour cream adds fat to it if there isn't enough. But yeah, it's awesome. So I know I didn't mention this in the beginning where I said the ingredients, but I kind of want to add bacon bits to this. I feel like that would be kind of like really cool to give it more of a macaroni flavor, so I'm going to add it in here as it cooks. So one thing you want to be careful of is make sure that the absorption package doesn't fall into your mac and cheese. So what a fun meal to cook that was. I don't get to cook that much now because I have school and work and stuff like that. But when I get that second to like the moment, you know, to actually stand up in front of my kitchen and cook a blah, blah, blah. So that was so much fun to cook. I love getting to cook. I don't get to cook that much anymore because I go to school and I do work and like life's hectic and you end up doing a lot of lazy keto. But when I get to cook the good meals, the stuff that I'm passionate about, like it's just like, yeah, so I'm really excited to take this to my family Thanksgiving. I also made some coleslaw, which is super easy. And then I made this like cheesecake for dessert. I don't know if it's that good. It's okay, the texture's a little weird, but we're gonna have that. And my brother's also doing keto, so I'm gonna let you get another keto opinion, a low carb person's opinion from the meal itself. How is it?